You are fake news.
Media outlets like CNN and MSNBC are fake news.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former intern's tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. Come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Is that actually a picture of the Antichrist crying? I like it. It's tasty.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker. Let's roll.
What's going on, guys? It's the Monday edition with myself, Ice, and we have the Owl, the Mad Shaman from the fucking South, the Owl. What's up, brother? How you been?
Hey, it's another beautiful day in paradise. What can I say?
You ain't lying, man. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence this 14 May 2018. Woo, man. Holy crap. What is going on? What's up, Dale? What's up, guys, in the chats? Oh, them chats. Chit-chat, chittity-chat. What? It's time to go to bed. Go to bed. No, it's time to go. You got to go. You got to go, buddy. I got the little guy. Nope. No. I don't care who you think you are. Then we're not doing another commercial. Hang on. We already done that one. We're doing another one later. Yeah, we are. So, anyways, broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. Today, we're going to be bringing you some news, commentary, and discussion that, of course, is important to you, the veteran community. WTF Nation Radio, and, of course, U.S. Army WTF Moments. Here to bring you all the news that's going on today. Oh, so much wind in the last 48 hours, 72 hours. It's unreal.
How many people's hair is on fire
Oh
today?
my God, dude, I can't even imagine how much wind that's happening right fucking now due to the fact that we have some prisoners from Korea that have been released, American citizens. We have the opening of the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, the capital of Israel. And wow, it is, oh man, awesome.
It is great. I love it.
all exactly that. It's also it's their Independence Day too, 70th anniversary of the state of the UN state created Israel. Well, it's always been. Anyways, if you want to get biblical and stuff like that, I'm not here for that. I'm just happy at the fact that there's so much wind. I love the wind. No, we're not talking about that.
I was going to say, is that the lieutenant back there?
Yeah, he's there. He's back there letting everybody know that he's gone potty. So, little man is like utilizing the facility, is trying to use the facilities, and he is like a drunk old man in a bar. And you can tell he has used the facilities because it's piss everywhere. And yeah, it's okay. He's trying. He's trying. And besides, you know, little sister shares that room too. So I don't care. It's not my bathroom. He's fucking up. So, but
Sibling rivalry at its best.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That they will. That's why it's funny to watch them both run to the bathroom at the same time, and then just like watch them go jumping up and down. Anyways, yeah, unreal. The state of Israel has an embassy, our embassy in Jerusalem. It's almost hard for me to say because before it's always been a promise.
Exactly. I mean that is. I mean, the win is there, and as much as everybody's hair is on fire right now, everybody's trying to predict. Oh, this is war and everything else. But we've been promising for so long, and we, finally someone stepped up to bat and said, "We're here." I mean, what else can you do except for go, "Hey, clap your hands and say, finally." I mean, yeah, okay, it does make things a little uncomfortable for some, but think about this. What would things be like right now if we had done this back when we promised?
We would. What are you talking about? Would he have done things that had promised? There's really nothing much we could have done. I mean, let's put it this way: we had said so much, we had promised so much to everybody.
Yeah.
That we had, we were. It was almost like nobody, nobody could trust what we were. I honestly think nobody could trust what we were saying. It almost seemed like we were talking out of our ass. You know what I mean? Now, if we could just work with the Kurds a little bit better, then of course, then really we were getting some legitimacy there as well. But for so far, right now on the public stage, in the world stage, I think the winning that we're doing is pretty successful.
Oh yeah.
I'll really be honest with you. I don't know what the fucking big deal was. Really didn't know.
It's not a big deal, but it's the symbolism, and that's what I mean when I said, think what would have happened if we would have done this back when we promised we were going to do it. The symbolism is, it means we're there behind you, Israel, and that's. I mean, it doesn't mean much to a lot of people, but it means a lot to the Middle East.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, to who though? That's what I keep. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If that was the country, they can say pretty much wherever they feel like their capital should be of their country. Then that's what should be their capital of their country. There's nothing we can say that. In other words, we can't tell another country where to put their capital just as much as they can't tell us where we can put our capital. You know what I mean? It just doesn't.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
It doesn't. It's not one of those things to why everyone was getting mad, and we had said in the beginning we were agreeing that we were going to do this, like you said, a while back from the get-go, and then it would not have been an issue had we done it from the beginning. But now we've waited so long. Every single president up until this point has extended waivers to not move it from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, and it's just now everybody knew it was going to happen. If it was not going to be this president, it was going to be, another one. What if we had somebody who was even more far right or whatever? I'll be honest with you. I don't think anybody right now will ever be happy with what this president's doing. That the next guy coming along will forever be kind of, I don't know how you would say he would be compared as the better one than the last one, even though the last one is still saying that he's better than the other one. So, which I'm just like, there used to be some sort of level of professionalism between former presidents to not talk shit and not say who was there before me. And you know what I mean? It's just kind of like you didn't really talk about your successor once you left. You just fucking deuces. And, you were like W, I'm going back to the ranch. And that's what W did. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly. It was you're right. A level of professionalism. Even with Nixon, okay, he got booted out. There was still professionalism involved with him getting booted out. He went down with dignity. Okay, all presidents have gone through their, okay, I'm not happy with this, but they kept their mouth shut, and they let the next president do what he was elected to do, because that's the whole thing. We elected them. We decided that's what we wanted to represent us. And now all this whole trash talking, it actually detracts from the person who's the person who's doing it. It just makes them at this point look that much less across the board.
Yeah, I wanted to bet that if you just not say who's been doing all this stuff and then reveal at the end, it should be like an end of the month thing. This is what we did for the country. This is what we did for the country, and then at the end we all find out who did it, and and of course it's the president. But it's almost like if you don't say that, if you don't say that the president had something to do it, and I'll be honest with you, the way now things have gone out. I mean, I was talking about this on Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Riddy and the gang, with Pooks and Kaz. It's kind of like now he's broken the mold on what type of shit to say or not to say. Traditional media has been broken. All of it's broken now. Nobody wants to. It's almost like the media is butthurt that he's going to Twitter because he is saying it from Twitter, which means no media can throw a spin on it and change his words around or change the meaning because he wrote in his Twitter, "Look at this winning. Look at all this win. So much win. You're going to get tired." I'll be honest with you, no, as an American, no. Keep winning.
Exactly.
No,
but that's the whole idea. I've been saying this. People have sat there and said, "Oh, I hate the fact that he's not being professional. He's going to Twitter." I've heard this from so many people. And okay, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not a left or a right. I'm very much in the middle. But I'm loving it.
Oh yeah, dude. I love the fire, man. I love it.
The fact that, I mean, everybody's hair's on fire. Everybody's going, "Oh my God, he said this," and "Oh my God, he said that." And it's like, yeah, he did, didn't he? He got around you. We heard the truth. We heard it from his mouth, and you couldn't damn spin on it.
And exactly. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. They weren't able to catch the shit that he was saying and interrupt. I love it.
Yeah.
It's just now to the point to where it's funny because when the media says and they think it's funny that
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You picked
yeah.
for a second.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I think it's funny that when what's her name? What the fuck was her name? Kathy Griffin, that dude who held up that severed head of Donald Trump. Everyone thought that was funny. Everyone thought that was like whatever, and everyone thought ha 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 ha. But as soon as D. Treasy fucking says one thing that's different, or a member of his staff talks about somebody, everyone loses their shit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly that, cause she was there speaking on behalf of the United States and just saying some fucked up shit. A lot of hate out there that you didn't fucking win. This is what happens when you have the culture and the society of everyone gets a fucking trophy. And, you know, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
They get fucking butthurt. Big time. I love it.
They don't know how. That's always been the problem with everybody gets a trophy is you don't learn how to lose. You don't learn how to win. You don't know how to take yourself on when you lose so that you become better. It's a culture that basically generates complacency and whininess.
Oh my God, dude. So much fucking wine, bro. Exactly,
I
John.
mean,
Kathy Griffin is an ugly dude.
Yeah.
It's just fucking, it's almost like they just can't let it go. I mean, what you're doing too is you're showing the enemy, because I think that way, you're showing the enemy whose head they're not going to saw off and rat you out, rat fellow Americans out when they come over here. You know what I mean? When the bad guys come, they're going to come in here and they're going to do some shit, and they're going to find out the people that were so against the president and so anti-American, they're going to try to recruit them, which they're already doing it right now.
Yeah,
and then when they fucking do that, you're going to be the ones that they're going to be ratting you out. Now, I'll be honest with you. If you were there to purposely destroy the U.S. while we're doing something good, get the fuck out. Get out. See ya. Go. Bye. Don't need you.
Well, exactly. I mean, at this point, it goes back to, and this where you get into J-Ready stuff. There's so much going on in the undertones, in the vibrations below everything, that people only suspect. They can't point the finger out at yet, but it's starting to come out. People are starting to get weaned out, and all of a sudden you're hearing, McCain did become part of that dossier.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, McCain is so involved, it's unfucking real. I mean, you guys heard me going off on Saturday. Yeah, you're right.
Well, but the whole idea that, okay, we if we start from there and we go back and we look at some of the swamp. I mean, everybody sits there and says, well, the Republicans are on his side. No, they aren't. They want the swamp. Anybody who's been in more than 2 terms, there's a good chance they're now a part of the swamp. Why? Because, well, Cause and I did a story about the whole senators sleeping in their offices, okay? Congressmen sleeping in their offices because they couldn't afford D.C. But not every single congressman or senator sleeps in those offices. Why? Because someone's given them a free apartment or a rent-controlled apartment.
Or they're with their side piece.
Yeah. But you look at this type, you think of this type of thinking where they're living in their offices. I applaud the ones that are living in their offices, because that means they're not on the take. Because the ones that are on the take, where are they sleeping?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, all of them are on the take. I mean, they're all on a take, no matter what they say. They're not on. Does that make? I mean, they're just like, oh my, are you fucking for real?
Oh yeah.
They're just just some of the stuff that they've done. Some of the stuff that they're doing. Some of the stuff that they're fucking. I am just shocked that they continuously at all fucking times, they really don't grasp. I'll be honest with you, dude. I mean, oh yeah. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, Harry Reid. That's right. Harry Reid, one of the anchors in the swamp, is undergoing treatment for pancreatic cancer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying whatever, but you know, he was a he wasn't a good fucking congressman either.
No.
So
a lot of the guys aren't.
Yeah. So when you have somebody who's bad in Congress, is it oh, well, you can't talk about that stuff when you're, you know, you can't talk about that because you're saying blah blah blah. You can't talk about it 'cause he's got cancer.
Tell you what.
That's like the new shield now. But they can talk so much fucking shit about Ivanka Trump and what's going on over in Jerusalem. But then as soon as you say, well, he's a douche or whatever, oh my God, you cannot. Exactly that, John. Where's Obamacare now? Didn't really help out, did it?
No, it didn't. And I'll be honest, my way of looking at cancer and the fact that congressmen seem to come up with cancer quite a bit. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah. I mean, it's the way they are, I guess.
This is again, you're talking to a shaman. My point of view, cancer is actually the spirit telling the body you're fucking up somehow.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
And I actually had back when I was actually going hands-on with treatments on healing, we dealt with specifically cancers a lot. And what we found is it was the spirit, the higher being within, telling the body, you're not doing what you were sent here to do. So make your choice. Suck it up or get out.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And a lot of people don't like hearing that. But
Well, I mean, well, you may call it You may Jason cue the yoga mats. Dale, Al, you lost me. Hey, this is the old man show. Everybody, we're over 40 and over 45, and we're pushing 50s. So show some respect, guys. Of what, the yoga people or the cancer people? My spirit is telling me to go to the Jack. Exactly. No, I call it karma.
Well,
If you're a bad person, I call it karma. If you're fucked up and you're that fucking bitter and you're that fucking, you know what I mean? Because you have to think what's worse. I mean, these motherfuckers are just lying all the time. These guys are just always trying to push you see them flip flop. People seem to forget that now with the advent of this new technology. I'm not talking about social media, but damn, we could go back and YouTubealize it. Yeah, I'm into musical shots exactly. You can YouTube it or Googleize it, and we could find what you have said in the past, totally disagreeing or flip-flopping what you had said before. That's the one thing I love about Google now. You could just say, hey, Nancy Pelosi or Chuck Schumer he was the one that said hellfire and brimstone about this Iran deal pullout. Well, let's see what he said back in 2015. This is a stupid fucking bullshit. This is blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Schumer was actually against the Iran deal.
Exactly. What was that? I used to think politicians, elite, went to special doctors that had no form. Exactly. All the conspiracy shows have not lied to us. You ever watch Men in Black? You remember how they grabbed the National Enquirer and they always said this is where you get the real news from? That's exactly what I see these conspiracies like Jay Reddy. When Jay Reddy, Cos, and Pookie were talking about this shit on Saturday Night Savagery, I was on there. I came on there as a just shoot shit with the guys. I heard him talking about Congress, and I got all riled the fuck up and going off on John McCain. But the thing was that they brought up the fact of how many people were getting paid off and how many of these congressional people were getting paid off for Big Farm and who were mostly involved in the Iran deal. You know what I mean? What was the biggest deal about Iran that made everybody fucking, why is everyone kissing their ass? Well, everybody knows back in the day, well, at least in our day, who was in charge of Iran before the Islamic Revolution? The Shah. Yeah. Pretty moderate, actually. Not a very, they weren't throwing the snack bars anywhere or anything like that. No. They were pretty, Iran was actually one of our, how can I say, what is it? I guess you would say an ally against Saddam Hussein. In other words, we were the reason why when the Iran and Iraq war was happening, we were scuffing it up with everybody. And then when they had the Islamic Revolution, and that's when, of course, we gave fucking all those weapons and everything to Iraq. Mm-hmm. So but you kids don't even know that, man. This is why I love history. Is because the way fucking people just like, really, that really fucking happened? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the fun. You and I lived it.
Yeah, exactly. We watched that shit. We're like, wow. But anyways, so what was funny was that everyone was talking about how we were discussing about the fact that who was the big deal, what was going on with all this other shit, and who was involved with these big companies that were involved in the the scrap deal. Well, I mean, I know we started off with talking about the Jerusalem. Let's go back to that. Because I have notes up and we were totally distracted. Come on, it's old people, dude. We got them. We got that Alzheimer's. So we got Alzheimer's. So when Jerusalem, the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem opened up, of course, naturally, Hamas decided to send everybody to the Israeli border in Gaza, right? And, and over 40 people got shot and shot the fuck up and everything, and then everything started fucking going to shit because the Palestinians were trying to jump the fence. And Israel, I like the way they roll when it comes to fence operations. They fucking motherfuckers were trying to come over the fence and throwing rocks at the troops. The troops said, "All right, see ya," and knocked them out. Just shot them the fuck up. And then they were also using firebombs and all that. They had dropped leaflets. The Israelis had dropped leaflets telling Hamas and telling everybody, don't send these people in here. You're using them. And sure as shit, they didn't fucking listen. They're being used. The Palestinians are being used
yeah.
by fucking Hamas to go fucking rile up some shit. And so within, like I said, 72 hours, the Israelis found another Hamas tunnel. They detonated that motherfucker. Because one thing I like about the Israelis, they find a tunnel.
They don't
They don't care. They don't give you a countdown on when you're. So if you're in the tunnel and all of a sudden you hear some noises at the end of it, you better fucking run. Because Israel don't fucking play. They'll blow the motherfuckers up.
With that.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Too late.
Exactly that cause. Afghanistan and check this out. Afghanistan and Iran used to be vacation spots of excellence.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Afghanistan, I guess, used to actually be a nice place.
Yeah.
And Iran used to be actually a good place to go to. You were actually
hang out. It was moderate.
Yes.
It was Persia. You know, I mean, if we weren't pissed off, I want to go see Xerxes. You know, scissor me, Xerxes. I want to go find that fucking. I want to find where all that 300 Persia shit. You know, that's fucking fascinating and stuff, right? So
yeah.
So the thing is that Iran, or I'm sorry, Hamas, was using the fucking Palestinians to go up against the 52 reported last killed now, and to for what? I really don't understand what the big fucking deal is, honestly, about moving an embassy. We already had a building there that was part of a consular office, and it was it was now the embassy. And that's now the embassy. And so I really don't see what the big deal is. No one should talk about anything about occupation, because since 1946 it's really been there, and Israel has been really making concessions because the U.S. has asked them to do it. And then of course the president, our president now, goes, fuck it, do what you want, Israel. We're gonna help you out, Israel. Not only that, Israel, we're gonna move our embassy. He has made promises. I mean, I had never seen Benjamin Netanyahu, be so fucking happy in a speech today when I was watching that. He was like, the elations coming from him was, this is history. And he looked at the ambassador. You're the first one in history to be the U.S. ambassador to Israel in Jerusalem. I'm like, whoa, this motherfucker's pumped. Love it.
Yeah. But again, to them, it's the symbolism. I mean, to us, we're just sitting there going, okay, big deal. You're the capital anyway. Great. We're finally, we put an embassy there, which we should have anyway. But, you know, it's the whole, Israel's now getting friends. I mean, Saudi Arabia is now a friend. They're actually starting to realize that Israel has something more to them. Whereas before, the previous administration was actually trying to null them. So yeah, they're happy, they're dancing, and who can blame them? They're getting the acknowledgement that they've been trying to get for quite a few years. So good, it's great to hear.
I'll be honest with you. Have you seen what Saudi Arabia is doing now? I mean, that's a totally detract further fucking whatever. Dude, they're like allowing women to drive.
Yes, they're actually trying to become modernized, and that in and of itself says something. I think it comes down to the fact that the king of Saudi Arabia, if you think about it, he's got to make a choice. Who is he going to back, and who's going to back him? Because if he right now, the way the country's going and the fact that everybody's fighting for their rights and women are fighting for their rights, if he doesn't give them the rights, what does he do? If he gives them the rights, well, immediately you've got the whole nation of Islam that has been, like Iran and everybody else is going to start targeting him, and he better have some friends on his side.
I'll be honest with you, I think that's starting to fucking die out, bro. Honestly, all that fundamentalism bullshit, I think people are getting tired of it, man. This is just me.
It isn't that I disagree with you, because I do agree with you. I think people are getting sick of it, and I think that's the reason that Saudi Arabia is actually trying to become friends with Israel, is because they're trying to show that, you know what, we are Islamists, but at this point in time,
exactly.
Let's grow. And it only makes sense.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest thing that kind of, we should be like Joe. He's so high. Joe's high. That the reason why I think Saudi Arabia is starting to look more towards modernizing or something like that is because their oil's gonna run out.
Yeah.
They have been the biggest supplier of oil, and because of our past policies, we were gonna suck them dry, keep our reserves, and that
Exactly.
and then implement. And this is this is what they want, the fucking the communists, the socialists want, that try to take over the country. God, I sound so McCarthy, don't I? The blacklist, the Hollywood blacklist. Are you communist?
I was ready to say that.
Yeah, exactly. So what they're gonna do is they're basically, the whole goal was to suck Saudi Arabia dry and then keep our oil reserve. However, impose heavy clean air initiatives, so that way we never get to touch it. That way we never get. So that way the oil reserves are only reserved for a certain amount of people to create our own energy, and that way we just sucked Saudi Arabia dry. Well, Saudi Arabia kind of gamed on that because they were seeing that stuff.
Yeah.
And
Well, they're all starting to figure it out. And Russia, they're playing part of it too.
yeah, exactly. So when that happens and that goes away, then of course, I think now the leadership of Saudi Arabia is seeing,
Yeah.
no, I think we need to. He's kind of like, but like I said, I think in a way, I mean, it's almost like the heavy left, ISIS and Al Qaeda's. They have all kind of clumped together now, whiny little fucking kids that didn't get their fucking way, so they're gonna cause disruption and cause terror throughout wherever they're at. Because I mean, today when they talked about opening of the embassy in Jerusalem, Al Qaeda published a message, and I'm thinking, Al Qaeda, I haven't heard that fucking name in a long time.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Then I was like, you better. It's like that's old terror right there. That's not new terror. It's not old terror. You know, we're gonna create
When you-
jihad.
When you see the whole whiny little stuff, I was just laughing to myself, saying, "What else does that sound like?"
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're all throwing the laws and snack bars, anyways. But I'm just saying, it's just kind of like just like everyone else is tired. Even the media now is saying that we need to stop Trump bashing.
Mhm.
I love
know.
it.
Start saying it, and you know why they're doing it. You know why? Because the midterms are coming, and they're starting to realize, because the polls are starting to come out, saying that people, even their base, is getting tired of the Trump bashing. Believe it or not. And when you hear that, you sit there and go, maybe we better back off, or maybe we might actually throw the elections.
You know what, dude? I'm fucking glad. Let them do it. If they're employed, they're doing it themselves, and they don't want to listen, and they don't want to follow the process. That's one thing. If you do things kind of radical outside the norm of things and processes that are supposed to be done, it's almost like you jumping up and down, getting pissed off you didn't pass your fucking driver's exam because you didn't take a test. You failed to take the driver's test to get your driver's license, and you want to go ahead and just like go around the rules. But you're gonna be butthurt and pissed off because you're gonna fucking go ahead and say anyways, hey, fuck this. I wanna have my own shit, and I want to do it my way, and you're not gonna make me do it. And you trash the DMV when all you had to do was just take the goddamn driver's test. That's what's happening right now.
Oh yeah, and that's the funny part. Last year, I had friends who were talking about, oh man, when is the media going to give up on this? I said, I hope they don't. I hope they keep going the way that they're going. I hope they go so far, and everybody's just looking. I said, they're going to piss so many people off. They're not just going to piss people who are in the middle and people who are on the conservative side. They're going to start pissing off their own people. At some point, people are just going to get tired because it becomes a drone.
Yeah. No, no, you're right. No, it just becomes static. It just becomes static.
At some point, they're going to sit there and say, we're not getting the real news because this guy's tweeting.
Yeah,
and
dude.
we're getting real news. So what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, it's just like I'm just I want them to go ahead and tear them. So let them tell themselves apart. Let them fucking implode. Let them go about because people are starting to realize now it's almost like we're about ready. It's always kind of funny. It's almost like we're about ready to roll into. We're moving from horse-drawn buggies, and we're slowly moving into cars. And right now, there are people that are still using horse-drawn buggies, and we're about ready to jump in some fucking cars because now with the speed of light, and I'm talking about not Star Wars speed of light, but I'm talking about the electrons of the interwebs.
Exactly.
We're able to, like I said, we're hearing it. Well, why do we have a press corps if the president's tweeting?
Exactly.
Why do we have a press corps if the president is going to say something on Twitter? Why do we have the press following the president when he's just going to tweet whatever he wants on a Twitter net? So let him fucking do it. So it's almost like his type of leadership or his type of strategic communications in the realms that I've been around. They're using that. He is evolving the state of strategic communications because now he doesn't have to speak through a spokesperson or something like that. He just grabs at the real Donald Trump and goes, you and look at all this winning. You're going to be tired of so much winning that we moved the embassy to Jerusalem. Fuck Hamas. And we're going to let this fucking bullshit happen with North Korea. And we're going to pull out of the fucking Iranian deal and what you got, send. And everyone's like, wow, did he really just say that? How many times have we wanted George Bush or Bill Clinton or Barack Obama when they were in office to say some crazy ass shit because you were frustrated about how things were going in the country? We don't have to with this dude.
He's unfiltered, and he's actually sounds like you and me.
Well,
he's real.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's kind of like. I'm just kind of like, wow, I kind of like this. Like I was telling Jay Riddy and the guys on Saturday, I was kind of like reserved. I was kind of like, oh my god, really? Did we fucking elect this guy? But then after, I don't want to say he's growing on me, but you can't beat fucking almost 24 months of almost 2 years ago. Like I said, he's almost midway through his tour, and look what he's done. What has taken decades.
And that's what I heard a lot of people, even people who voted for Trump, sitting there going, man, I'd wish he'd stop that. And I said, you don't want him to stop tweeting. You don't want him to stop going around the press corps, because at that point, you will not get the truth anymore. Because the press corps is going to spin it. They're going to anger you. And more than likely, they're going to sit there and try to spin it in a way that will even upset people who voted for him. And because of his tweets, they can't do anything other than say the president tweeted this. And if they dare black out even one word in there, they know that they've been censored. People know at that point it's been censored. So they have to put the tweet up and so that they can quote it. Yeah. So to me, it was fun. I loved it when he started it because people were sitting there looking at me when I'm laughing my head off, and they're sitting there going, you're excuse me, you're in between all this. You've said you're not conservative, you're not liberal. And I said, no, I'm not. And I'm loving every minute of this because this is exactly how I look at things.
Well, you just straight call it bullshit. If you're straight calling out bullshit, you're straight calling out bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just fucking let him say it.
And the only thing that he would do, he's doing that I would, I don't know if I could be as kind, is he's not swearing as much as I probably would. That's about it.
But he's not swearing though. He's having people report. People are leaking shit out, saying that he's swearing when he's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We don't hear it.
And that's the thing is, even if he's swearing behind doors. And you know what? That's professionalism. And for people to sit there and say, oh, well, he swears now, he swears when you don't hear him. Well, good for him.
Yeah, who cares?
That means he knows, like any good child, there's a place and a time.
Yeah, well, I mean, first off, there's some disloyal fuckers that are working for him. I'll be honest with you. There are some disloyal fuckers working for him. I think that they were purposely put in there as moles, just like the FBI has moles in the administration. I think personally that there were some fucking moles put in there just to fucking just report shit and leak shit that are applying to work there and we're getting fired. I think he has the most disloyal people that he has. I can't even imagine the fact that this guy has these people just not fired left and right for all the shit that's happening. Like when that staffer, the communication staffer, talked about fucking, again, going back to the thing about McCain.
Yeah.
And quote, he's gonna die anyways, unquote. Well, are we facing reality here? No, I'm serious, because when every company or every corporation or every branch of government weighs the time out, and somebody is dying or someone's is about ready to be put to pasture, the guy's not really in the scenes making decisions. He's not really involved in the decision making stuff anymore. He's just kind of like put out to pasture and he's good to go. But he's not. He's like in the wings, just like fucking hanging around. He's like that guy on. He's a perfect example. He's that guy on Facebook. I get a lot of shit for what I say about McCain, but I'm just fucking done with all this fucking swamp bullshit. I'm done with all politicians, I'll be honest with you. He's that guy on Facebook that says, I hate this fucking page and I'm going to unlike it, but still hang around to see if anybody reacted to him saying that he hates this page and is going to unlike it. You know what I mean? That's who he is right now. He is the guy that is sitting there going, fuck you, screw Trump. I was the one that provided all the information for the dossier and I hate this page. So I'm deuces, bye. And then kind of waits around for somebody to say something. And then he'll repeat himself. Hi, fuck you, and fuck. This guy. Oh, man. We're speaking into the mic. I don't know what I'm about to say. We're speaking into the mic.
I'm speaking into the mic. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I'm speaking. As a matter of fact, let me do my double sound here, my triple sound check. Dude, I'm blaring this shit right now on another computer that is that's like a double arm's length away from me. Low volume center of excellence. Fuck, I will get a better phone. How about that?
I was gonna say he has his volume turned down. Turn it up.
Turn it up. Yeah, see, I can hear you right now. See, hang on. This is fun, kind of. Let me do my double sound here, then my triple sound check.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the sound that you're hearing this from is from a device that is an arm's length away from me, and I have a remote. I'm blaring this shit right now. I sound weird hearing myself. So anyways, hey, I'm sorry, man. Just like 2-3 guys. You must have an HTC or something. Are you going through like BlackBerry or dial-up or some shit? You know what I mean? So, because if I crank up my shit any fucking louder, it's going to blow out other people who are not having any issues. And right now, it's only like a couple people. I don't know what it is, man. Are you guys listening to me through Bluetooth or some shit? Are you guys listening through some whatever? Some specific device? Turn up my hearing aid? I don't wear hearing. What was that? What's that? I ain't got no hearing aid.
I can't hear you, Sonny.
I can't hear you. Shut up, Joe. Will, shut up. Yeah, oh, it's a Nokia. That's what I thought. Those old Nokia LE playing Snake or Worm, whatever the fuck they call it. Anyways, so everyone's sitting there talking shit. Everyone's sitting there going off and all this other stuff about how. That's what I'm saying. It's because if you're against Trump, anything said against this is like I said. I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not. Didn't vote for him. So I'm watching everybody losing their fucking shit because a guy. As long as you talk shit about Trump, you get away with it. But as soon as you say something back, they will say that you're offensive because, why are you doing this? This guy got cancer. This. I have literally fucking alienated who I thought were my friends that were Republicans because I said something about fucking McCain, and of the liberal portion of friends because I have friends. I'm not.
You got friends?
No, I got friends. I'm multi-political. I'm bi-political curious. So I pissed them off by me talking about John McCain. I told the guys in the office, what was it, yesterday or something like that. It's like, yeah, I fucking was going off on and they heard me going off on air about John McCain, and these are people. So I guess if you're against Trump, you can't, no one can talk to you because it's your whatever. And like I said before, man, I'm jumping in the ring with Tim Kennedy and I'm all fucked up. Tim Kennedy's going to fuck me up. He's going to beat my ass. Tim Kennedy is going to beat my ass. I'm not going to sit there and say, well, I'm disabled and I'm old. You shouldn't have beat my ass. That's offensive. No. If you are stepping into the ring of politics, just like if you're stepping in the ring with Tim Kennedy, he will beat your ass.
You made your choice.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. The iPhone's updated.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it reset your volumes.
Yep.
Go into your settings.
Go to your settings, man. 5x5. The struggle's real. Turn up your hearing aid. So yeah, again, so I mean, I don't care personally. I mean, I really do want. I don't ever wish death on anybody because death is imminent. It's already going to happen. So, whoa, veterans report. Hey, what's up? But somehow it was okay for McCain to be a dick and Palin in his book and admit his involvement to take the dossier. McCain is a douche. Exactly that. See, the veterans report agrees. God damn it, veterans report. Thank you for joining us in the chat there at WTF Nation Radio. The veterans report with Jim Cannon. You can hear every Saturday on KHB FM.
See you.
Yeah.
I wish. Oh.
Yeah, it's his vet exactly that. His vet status. His art major daughter needs to quit lying and to pull drama for ratings. Exactly that. I was just about ready to say that, veterans report. Damn, beast mode right there. God, man. Woo! Bada bing, bada boom. That's right, baby. How would you stealing the thunder? But it's true. Your vet status does not hold. I mean, God, man.
You get guys who they may have gone through hell and back. They may have been behind their brothers. They may have been the best goddamn soldiers there ever were. That does not mean that when they get home, they have the right to beat their wife. It doesn't mean that when they're home, that they aren't assholes, because there are assholes who may have been great soldiers. It doesn't mitigate the fact that they fucked up.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
I mean, I agree that veterans sometimes do have to have special circumstances that they fall under. But when you're talking about what Mr. McCain did, I'm sorry. He's cancer, no cancer, pilot, no pilot, songbird, no songbird. He fucked up.
Yeah, dude. And why isn't anybody losing their shit about McCain saying that he regretted having a woman running mate? Yeah, I could do the pound me tooth stuff too. So what's the matter? You don't like women there, John McCain? Wait a minute. What that? Whoa. We thought that there was going to be some a little bit of different types. So you felt you have regrets of having a woman as you're running. I could turn it right around on them.
Mm-hmm.
You got regrets having a woman as a running mate? Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you exactly that. Handing the fake. He admitted to giving, just like everyone's going off on Comey about the fake dossier and also the shit. He was the one that supplied it. He's the center of it all. Isn't that like fucking like obstruction of justice, falsifying records, leaking classified information, type of shit?
That's the thing that's been bugging me about this whole thing is, why aren't we seeing charges, Jeff Sessions?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, dude. Oh, Pepperidge Farms. Remember us. Exactly.
Not charges against these bastards, because I don't care how political you are. At this point, it is your job to hold people accountable, because if you don't start holding people accountable, you have made the justice system look even worse than it already is. And people who will sit there and say, well, the justice system is rigged for the rich guy, well, you just proven the goddamn point.
Oh, yeah. No, the justice system is, I guarantee he's being protected.
Oh, yeah.
And because you know what? I will use some words that's going to piss people off. Because he is dying, no one's going to come after him.
Oh, yeah, they're already going to sit there and say, well, he's already dying.
He's already dying, so we're not going to go after him because you know what? He's paid his dues and blah, 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 blah.
No, they should still at the very least, bring up charges and then acquit him. Or not acquit him, but pardon him. Because at that point, you have sent the message. You do this, you will be held accountable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But nobody is.
No.
Nobody is being held accountable. I think if anyone tries to levy some charges on the president, will probably be the first time. I mean, going down. If you really want to do this, that's why he's exposing everybody within the government of what they're doing.
Oh yes.
Because this whole fucking thing. Because like I said, we were talking about we went straight from fucking the opening of the embassy in Jerusalem all the way to this fucking shit. But it's okay. We're gonna talk about Iran next. After the break. But the thing is that I'm telling you right now, it just disgusts me. And he has it's almost like he's got this fucking smug, like, yeah, I did it, and I'll do it again.
Yeah.
What else? What else? If he did it for that, what else was he involved with?
Oh, that's the question, and that's where you sit there and you say, okay, what is it? Iran sit there and they're talking. We're gonna get into Iran later, but they're sitting there talking about they're gonna release all this stuff, and hey, I want them to release it because, quite honestly, we need to start cleaning house.
Yeah.
You look at McCain. He sits there and I did this, and yeah, you're right. He has that smug goddamn look on his face, and he has no regrets. Even if he would just say he had regrets, he has no regrets. He's just regret the fact that he got caught, like any other child who's still learning that there are consequences.
He ain't gonna learn, bro. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Because or else he wouldn't have done it. He probably was fucking involved in all this other shit and is fading the fuck out, no pun intended, to get to that way. He was the perfect fall guy.
Yes.
It just so happened that the investigation lasted longer than his cancer. That's why all of a sudden he's getting shit. And like I said, his daughter, literally speaking for him. You're speaking for a bad person. I mean, government-wise, I'm sure he, like I said, served his country, did all of this shit. Hey, like Kaz said on Saturday, man, he is milked that thing. He is, bad, like a bad T-shirt.
Well, him and Kerry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about Kerry in a minute. So we're gonna talk about Kerry in a minute. Yeah. So we're gonna take a break right quick. Pretty heated, man. When two old guys talk, we just like talking trash about everybody. We'll talk trash about for days because we're old.
That's
so Metamucil.
We need our hearing aids. Go for it.
Yeah, exactly. So Metamucil shots, and we'll be back. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
If you bleed, you won't feel it, and you won't see nothing at all. And you can fight, you can hide that you're naked. If you bleed, you won't feel it, you won't see me at all. You can fight, you can hide that you're naked. If you bleed, you won't feel it, you won't see me at all. You can fight, you can hide that you're naked.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Good evening, boys and girls.
This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
And we're back. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center. And what did he say? Did he say Iranians will be raped? Okay, so now I was tweaking some shit while we were fucking on the break, so because you got you dug into the mic. So are we good now?
Do you have your hearing aids up now?
Yeah, are your hearing aids up for the second segment of the Monday edition with the Owl and Ice? Just want to make sure we are G to G, so that way we're not getting everybody all upset. We want to provide you the quality 100% show that you guys deserve, and gals. So.
Got to include the gals.
Yeah, I got to include the gals, because, you know, unlike John McCain, I don't mind women being next to me. Too soon? Anyways, so,
going to say, how many wives now?
Yeah, I was about to say, man, it's like we're covering the plethora of so many. So, real quick, just like we were talking about, we were going to talk about Iran. We're going to talk about the embassy opening in Iran and, of course, North Korea. Well, it would appear that just like we had just forecast, I mean, it is scary when WTF Nation Radio actually is predicting, laying out courses of action that could possibly fucking happen in the news and in the global stage, that it's almost scary as hell that it is happening. It is. I mean, me and Jay Radio talking about in the office were just shocking. I had to use my George W. voice into the next break. WTF Nation Radio. We've been predicting a lot of shit, and we were right. No, I can't do that for all the fucking time. That would get annoying, scary, and creepy. We had talked about on Saturday Night Savagery was the fact that we were saying that without a doubt, and this is what we had all come to a consensus. The Council of Savage, Jay, Riddy, Pookie, and Kaz discussed that that more than likely with the next we were waiting to break that Iran will come out with something that is going to be bad shit fucking art. Can you fucking believe it?
Oh yeah.
So we were just literally being analytical in our analytical selves, because we're not qualified, I guess you'd say. We were just being it was just a Council of Savage trying to get the dealio on this. So what I had said was, like, watch the Iranians release the names of everybody who was involved in the Iranian deal, because they didn't get their way. We're close.
Damn close.
We were damn close. The Iranian regime, and this is no shit, this broke 2 days ago. Well, actually, yeah, so it was Sunday. That was Saturday when we talked about it. God, it was almost like the news was being at the same time. The Iranian regime threatened to release the names of the Western officials who took bribes to pass the nuke deal.
And isn't that going to be fun?
It is. I was like, so what you're saying is that, you mean we were right? I love it. We were right. Once again, WTF Nation Radio in the center of shit. So, they threatened. They said specifically once we really removed ourselves from the fucking nuclear deal, then the Iranian mullahs were like saying, "Oh, well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead." The Iranian foreign ministry spokesman said that he warned U.S. Western officials this week that if they do not put pressure on the Trump administration, the Iranian regime will leak all names of the Western officials who were bribed to pass the weak deal. Bribed. He said it straight. Bribed. It scared the bejesus out of me when I saw this in the news, that me, Jay Reddy, Kaz, and Pookie were just talking about this and going, ooh, you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? this is gonna happen, and this is gonna, yeah, of course, exactly. John McCain's name's gonna come up. Exactly.
Well, you know, the one thing that I've always found is when you listen to, when you got a bunch of soldiers who have been places and done many, many things out there, and I mean, we're not political, but we get to where we understand the backstabbing, we understand the different, well, what would you do? And the different cultures behind it. You sit there, and for us, it would only make sense. Hey, they're not happy, they're going to throw a little tantrum. So what are they going to do? They're going to tell mommy and daddy who did it. So that's what they're doing. They're basically saying, if you don't give us what we want,
we're going to tell everybody. I'm telling you what right now. Oh my God, dude. Fucking the veterans report off the top rope again. The Persians misjudged this one. We want to know who the names are.
Exactly.
We want to know who the fuck. Bring it. Hey, Iran. Here, hang on. Let me address the Iranians. What's their names? Okay, so Foreign Ministry spokesman Hossein Jabiri Ansari. We want you to reveal. I dare. Matter of fact, you ain't got a hair one on your Persian ass that you don't release these names. You don't have the balls. I dare you.
Hey, if you want, you call us and you give us a name, and we'll release it for you.
Can they understand our? Yeah, of course they can understand our numbers. Yeah, it's Arabic. So, yeah. So as a matter of fact, call us at 415-889-8367, Iran, and please give us the scoop. We would be more than happy. Give us the names. You wouldn't even have to. Actually, you don't even have to bribe us. Just we triple dog dare you, Persian ass, to fucking do this. We dare you. We dare you. We want you to.
We, quite honestly, you may sit there and you may think all these people are going to go in and they're going to convince Trump to. It's too late. They can't convince him. So release them. And you know what? Give them to us. We'll make sure, because there are people who listen to us. We'll make sure the names get out there. We'll print them.
Dude.
We'll do everything we can, and we'll make sure that everybody knows it came from you.
Well, they literally came out and said it like somebody who's holding blackmail. If the Europeans stop trading with Iran and don't put pressure on the U.S., then we will reveal which politicians Western have been taking money they have received during the nuclear negotiations. Man, that would be interesting. Oh, you passive-aggressive asshole. Do it. Like the Veterans Report said, I guarantee Trump's name won't be on it.
Exactly.
That's not going to be on there. He's going to be like, do it. You ain't got hair one. Bring it, Iran.
The only people that you're scaring are the people right now who don't have enough power to convince Trump to keep in the deal.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, everyone's like, who cares, and why is everyone making a big deal about it? For years, General Electric has been assisting them with their their modernization of their electrical infrastructure, providing nuclear weapons parts, to assist them.
Yes.
So GE is losing billions with this because they went behind our country's back and did their own shit because Senator Kerry. That's why Senator John Kerry, you want to talk about another fucking turncoat?
Oh.
He was spotted on Saturday in a meeting with Iranian officials in Paris, France. Fucking, they're all taking pictures. Over in Europe, they are saying that Kerry is the one, because they got pictures over there like crazy. You can just look at Press TV and fucking, Le Monde. You could see right there that they're taking pictures of John Kerry over there trying to salvage something. And they got pictures with him talking to the Iranians. Hey, ass, you had your shot. You're done. Fuck out of here.
You are out of here. And you not only that, go ahead. Let's stir up Jeff Sessions and let's start throwing around the word traitor. Let's do that.
Why can't I comment on the main page? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Well, I can see you right now. You just commented on there. Why can't I comment on your all's main page? As you're asking us on the main page. Oh, because you can't see it because I pinned a comment on there. Because the the Veterans Report, one of our partners, our WTF Nation Radio partners, is commenting in there, and he's being Jim Cannon and the crew are being particularly savage today. So that's why. Yeah, I can see you right now. Why can't I? Can I comment on your all's main page? I can see you right now. I see you. In other words, I would not have been able to read that if you were not able to comment on that. If that makes any sense.
I think he was just trying to imply, is someone to scrub us?
Nope, ain't nobody scrubbing. Are you of Iranian descent? Would like to talk to us? We'd be more than happy to talk to you. Do you know some Iranians, bruh? Come on, man. So the whole idea is that GE is involved with a lot of this fucking right here, due to the fact that Boeing and Airbus and GE have had already brokered in these fucking deals, and they are now worried that they're going to lose stock because they were going to lose about $20 billion in this deal, along with Airbus. So they were going to provide. Think about this. We're supposed to be providing sanctions to these fuckers, and behind our fucking backs we have companies. You know, the big companies that want to tell you how to vote, how to tell you how to fucking be, how to think. Big corporations like that, we're getting involved in doing backdoor deals with Iran.
But then that goes back to my little rant of conspiracy of globalism. There's no more such in globalism. There is no such thing as countries. Corporations run the countries, and the countries that the presidents are just puppets to the corporations. Starting to sound familiar?
Oh yeah, dude. I definitely agree. There was also some ties with Senator John Kerry's family being involved with the with all this other shit. So the way I fucking see it, this is all starting to unwind. This is I kind of like it. I kind of like this. This is kind of one of those things that it's kind of cool. I mean, to see the fact that all this fucking shit's happening, it's opening up like crazy. Everybody knew that the CEO of General Electric back in the day, Jeffrey Immelt, had considerable amount of ties doing energy proposals and energy initiatives, and was getting in on the in with the former administration on how to get all these deals to rebuild infrastructure.
Yes.
So what he was doing is that he was so involved within, of course, his political contributions, of course, didn't help a lot. Even liberals were saying, dude, why is this guy in here? This guy's a fucking this guy's not only was he fucking paying, he wasn't paying taxes, by the way. Not only is he involved with John Kerry's fucking family, Teresa Heinz Kerry of the Heinz ketchup, yes, Heinz ketchup, involved in that shit. Big money, yeah.
See, again, this goes back to who's really in charge. You got people like Soros. You've got these big names, these big old families, and what are they doing to us? They're going back and they're making these deals. These politicians who come in and they don't necessarily have money when they start, they're saying that most people, most senators and congressmen will come in not necessarily rich, barely making maybe $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 a year. They come out on the other side after 8 years, and most of them have over $10 million. Think about that. Where's that money coming from, people?
Dude, it's all part of their little circle jerking fucking corruption, dude. I'm telling you, man. It is. Oh. It is just Godzilla's in the house. it's unreal that we have to sit here and watch this shit fucking happen, and everyone is expecting, nothing to see here. I think now, again, with the way media has been changed, I think there's plenty to see here now. Totally.
Did you see the New Yorker's cover page this week?
No, I didn't.
It has Trump in the middle of a swamp, chipping away with a golf club at the swamp. The New Yorker is actually acknowledging Trump.
Yeah. Hang on, let me look at this right real quick. Hang on. The New York. Yes, the New Yorker. Yes.
Yorker.
Yes, New Yorker. Yes. The New Yorker. Let me see. Oh man, your sound is like.
Me?
Yeah. Is it getting louder, or is your mic? It sounds like you're like in front of a fan now.
Okay, give me a half a sec. I'll go turn off the AC.
Turn off the AC. Okay.
Give me half a
minute. I'm gonna roast. Oh man. Yeah. So I mean, honestly, again, going back to what I was saying, I'm really getting fucking tired of all this shit. And WTF Nation, you should be getting tired of it too. Is that we're having all this stuff happening right now underneath our noses, and people think we're idiots. And honestly, do I think that maybe there's some credence to what's happening, or no? It's you don't have to. There is no suggesting anymore. It's happening in front of us. And if you want to believe somebody that the sky is not blue or green or red because they're telling you that it's blue, I mean that's telling you that's green or telling you that's red, then you're messed up. Think for yourself, man.
So did I lose out on a rant?
No. I just brought. Are you sure, man? You were just like totally micing up.
Huh. What? How about now?
Ooh, better.
Okay,
Better.
I took care of it.
Okay, what was it? You just like freaking.
It was just a button on my mixer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you're not gonna roast and shit, are you? You're gonna be all right. You'll be good to go.
I'll be good to go. Don't worry about it.
All right. Yeah. So no, what I was saying was that these are the individuals that are telling us that the sky is fucking green and red, not blue like everyone else sees it. And so it's frustrating that it's now happening underneath their noses, and they're really trying to do the shell game and say that it's not happening.
Well, yeah, it's not going to stop, because you have to understand, and this is the one thing that I've, not only me, people that I know, we're all pointing out. If the swamp starts draining in D.C., okay, they're federal. They're the big gov. Okay, there's 50 states sitting down there, and if the swamp starts draining up there, it is a domino effect. And how many state legislatures, how many states are scared of such a thing? It doesn't just stop in D.C. It will stop.
No, yeah, you're right. No, you're right, because every single state has their own interest on what's going on. Because I know several companies. I mean, I don't even. Where is GE based out of? There are some companies, large corporations, that are based in areas that are getting tax-free stuff. You know what I mean, like Amazon and all those type of companies.
Exactly, and it's just going to keep snowballing, and that's what the biggest thing they are scared of right now is. Okay, we're starting to drain the swamp now. We're starting to expose all the corrupt senators and all the corrupt congressmen and all these companies that have been coming in and actually been swaying us this way and that. And now, what happens when we get to the state level? Because, hey, I don't know about you, but I like this. Like I said, I love everybody's hair on fire at this point. Okay, everybody's screaming around.
It is. It's fucking awesome, man. I love it.
So we have all this glory fireworks going off on people's hair.
Glorious. Yes, exactly.
I want to see it happen at state level.
Well, I think as things start coming apart, you're going to start seeing who was involved in all this. You're going to start seeing who was involved in all the how can I say? In other words, there had to have been some states that were involved in some of these backdoor deals anyways. So it's not like it just wasn't a specific corporation that didn't get permission from a senator or governor who didn't get permission from a specific, you know what I mean? It's not like, you're right. It's going to be interconnected. That had to have been approved by the government doing its own thing as its own business to someone else. And I'll be honest with you, reveal the names. Reveal them.
Oh, hey. Like I said, I'm with you. Hey, if you hear us, Iran, tell you what, we will give you we will let you get on the phone. You can call us whatever you want to, but give us the names.
Yo, could you imagine if Iran called us up?
Oh,
I don't even know how to do their accent. What's their accent like? Let me see. me look this up. Hang on. Let me see. Iranian accent. What do they sound like? Oh, because every time I hear about Iran or I think about Iran, I think of 300. Persia and and Xerxes. Xerxes, Caesar May. That's all I can think about is I'm a loving God. His voice is all fucking modulated and changed and shit. So I'm thinking, how does a Persian, what's his accent like? Is it it's not like Indian, is it? It's not like, I don't even know how would even imitate that. How would I able to go?
I think it's a mix between Afghani and Indian, as far as the modulation of the voice.
I might have to ask my Indian neighbor. He's gonna get pissed.
That would be an interesting conversation.
Oh no, he doesn't. I asked him if he wanted to give me some insights, and I'll record his voice and do like an interview. He wants none of that shit. Didn't want any of that stuff. He's like, "The fuck out of here with that shit. I don't want to talk to you about that." So I'm like, all right, dude. I just thought it would be cool that you because he clowns me, a lot. I've been bumming with the kid going to school today, huh? You know what I mean? So. But no, I was just, yeah, exactly. So if they called us up, we will leave the lines open for you, Iran, to give us a call. Give us the names. We don't care.
You can call me infidel. I'll let you swear at me, and I won't say a word to you.
Yeah. Call me. What are they? Because they, they really get elaborate with their insults. Call me the worthless son of a Homer Simpson with a dog involved, and then see what happens. Go ahead and call. You stupid mother of son of mother tree dogs. And yes, I am. Yeah, can I give me the names? I would be. Go ahead, give us the names.
I'll even say thank you.
Oh yeah, exactly. We appreciate that. Straight up.
I would love the names because, quite honestly, I would love to be able to sit there and broadcast it and listen to all the big stations go bonkers that some station like us.
I know, dude. I know. We got the scoop. CBS News, Fox News, they would lose their shit all of a sudden if Iran called us up at 415-889-8367. The Iron Sheik. Exactly. If the Iron Sheik called us up, well, see, was he Persian? Because he changed his mind. Because I thought the Iron Sheik he was an Iraqi in real life though, but he played a Saudi and he played a fucking. I guess he played an. I don't know. I don't know how I don't know how to do it. I couldn't. I might have to listen to some Persian speaking or something like that so I can imitate him. Because that'll be great for the stick. You know what I mean? They call us up and say that they're pissed off and they want us to. And the first name would be John Kerry. We already know that. We already know that. Give us the next name. Barack Obama. We know that too. You know what I mean?
I could see you calling up Jay Reddy doing his Yukon. And you doing a Persian.
Yeah. Oh, it's just because of where I speak. I come from the South. What is the South? What is this? What is the South you say?
That would be a fun routine.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So, but my thing though is that again, if there's anybody right now that when they threw, I bet you right now how many of them are shitting their fucking pants.
Oh yeah.
That they just got told that that's like somebody finding your phone and revealing the contents.
Well, and you know what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say this in very truthfulness because we know military listen to us, and we know Secret Service have been military. Secret Service, pull the wagons around Trump because at this point, he ain't going to listen to those people who want the Iran deal, and they're going to get desperate because they don't want their names out there. Keep his ass safe.
I think it's going to be a lot. Yeah, exactly. He's going on their Facebook. Facebook, exactly. I don't even know how to imitate it. I gotta research Persian accent, man. I don't want to do it on air because I don't want to. And I mean, just like, how would you say? What would be a good? What would be a good? It's hard. It's hard to fucking. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I have to ask. I have to ask my Indian neighbor, see what he says. He'll probably get pissed off.
If you want to, I'm pretty sure back, what was it, about 3-4 years ago, they had all those YouTubes going out back when you had the Iranian, you had those kids rebelling, and they were actually going on and YouTubing, so you can pick up their accent from there. Just saying.
No, I mean, obviously for stick, but no, this is we're done. We're done with them. Let them do it. So he pulled out of the deal. Like I've said before, anytime you are paying a country you are dealing with to not build nuclear weapons is not a
it's not a sound deal.
It's not a deal. You don't pay somebody an exorbitant amount of money, 2 plane loads full of cash to not to negotiate some sort of nuclear. It's not even a fucking treaty.
No, it's not official. It's not nothing. It is a president saying, writing an executive order saying, I have the power to say this is what we are going to do. And he got away with it, but it was never a ratification. It was never actually a treaty.
No, it wasn't. So, exactly. Are there Southern Irene? Oh, I gotta ask my neighbor. He's gonna get pissed when I ask him, why the fuck you asking me the ice? Fuck you. I'm goddamn Indian, not Arlene. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just wondering because you're around that area. So, yeah. Again, I want to see the bombs drop on this shit. I want to see this come out. I want to see this explode.
Hair on fire. Watch air. Oh, that would be so much fun.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
And here's a question: where does Jeff Sessions fit in all this? Because
where is he at? Is my point. Where is he? Where is he even at? Where is he?
Well, think about this, and you got to think. He was a senator in all this. He was a senator, so he probably has his own little ghosties that he's scared of coming up.
What if he was part of the Iran deal?
No shit, dude. That's what I mean. Everybody sits there and said, oh, this was manufactured all by liberals. No, this was manufactured by the people who brought you the deep state. Okay? These are the people who don't care about you and me, and they will say that they're conservative. They will say they're liberal. No, they are capitalists to the extreme. They want money, and they don't care about you. So no, these guys, it does not matter what party they're running on. And Jeff Sessions, he has not been acting on Smillery. He has not been acting.
What did you say? Smillery? What did you say? What the fuck was that?
Hey, I'm sorry. I do not respect this lady because what she did.
Smillery.
Yeah. Smelly Hillary.
What the fuck? Smillery. Okay.
It smells like shit right now. Okay. There's too many things that aren't getting prosecuted. And Jeff Sessions, who is he could right now, he could do so many things. He could be jumping on the back of Trump going, yeehaw, let's go for it. And he ain't. And that worries me. Because if he's not jumping on the bandwagon, he's part of the problem, and you gotta wonder where he falls in on all of this.
Well, again, he's absent.
Exactly.
He's absent. He is totally absent on this. So when he says when he is talking about the last time we heard him was when he was at the border, and he fucking
talk immigration.
Yeah, he talked immigration and nothing else fucking happened.
No, he was talking about he was going to bring up some more lawyers and get more judges involved so they could process quicker. Okay, that was it. He has been absent on everything else, and he recused himself on the whole Russia thing, so that now Mueller has had his whole, he's gone awry, just like everybody said he would. And nobody is there to rein him in. Nobody's there to prosecute. Nobody, come on. We got this whole thing going down with California saying they're a sanctuary state. Where is he? Where is he?
Damn, dude, you're like freaking going nuts.
Well, we've got this big old swamp. We've got all these problems, and what come on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can go off, man. It's cool. I was like, damn, bro.
Just a couple names. Give us a start. Give us. Come on. Tell you what. Give us one name, and let's see who joins. Come on, let's have some fun here. I mean, that would be the ultimate in being able to just watch shit roll downhill. We deserve this because we've been putting up with this for so many years, where everybody's been making money off of us, the little guys. And I'm getting tired of watching it. And I'm getting tired of other people getting lied to. And I mean, good people, they believe that, because they're so caught up in the fact they want a better government, they believe socialism will work. Why? Because they are being told by people who, again, are part of this whole corrupt thing. The only people who actually benefit from socialism and communism are the people at the top. And unless you are the top 1%, and you know you're the top 1%, you're not. And that.
No way, dude. No way. I think personally, the way I see it is that is they want capitalism for them, but want socialism and communism and ultimate utopiaism for us.
But that's the way it always is.
They really want to push this agenda to where, I mean, they really think about that, man. I mean, did Trump just like come in there and just like interrupt everything that happened? Did he just come in and just like fucked? It was like they were working on a big secret super weapon and something like that, and then
Do you really want to go there with me? Do you really?
No, please, let's go. Go ahead.
Okay, here is Al's old man point of view, who's been watching this shit.
Here we go.
Just tumble down. Okay, we're going to start back into the thought of, okay, what is globalism? Globalism is socialism, but just not one country. And globalism is communism, but again, just not a country, the whole goddamn globe. Okay, you get a bunch of people like Soros. You get people like Clinton. They don't have to worry about it because the one thing, if you've ever been stationed over in Europe, if you've ever been in a socialist or communist country, you will see the rich are not affected. The rich are not affected, and the people who are in charge of the country are not affected. Everybody else is affected. There's no such thing as a middle class. The middle class has only come about for the capitalist country of the United States since World War II. And that's because of us, the military brothers and sisters. We brought in the middle class. We proved that you can be better than just living in poverty. We came back with skills. We came back with the ability to focus, and we didn't have to go to college to learn to actually be in charge. So therefore, we built the middle class. What are they trying to take away from us? Think about this, and I'm going to go off on this. Okay, all our veterans, we are being told we have mental illness if we were veterans. Everybody has been looking for a way on the left to say that if you're a veteran, you've got something wrong with you. And on the right, the conservatives, they're being quiet and underfunding us. Okay, so veterans are basically caught in the middle trying to help ourselves with no help from the outside, only from a few people who actually do give a damn, but again, they don't have the money and they don't have the resources. So we are caught in the middle. We were the middle class. We're the people who helped build the United States up to the level where everyone wanted to be us. So once that deteriorates and once the middle class erodes, which it was doing during the Obama years, our middle class was going away. What reason was it going away? Because he underfunded us and he made it so entitlements were so easy. Why work if you can get something for free? Okay, he did it in the schools. He taught kids, if you can't get the job you want, well, golly gee, just live with your parents. He did everything. They have been doing everything they could possibly do to make us submit to globalism. Had Smellery won, and I really mean this, had she won, we would have been handed over to the EU. The EU is not elected. The EU, all they are a bunch of mobs, a bunch of mobsters.
Damn, dude, you're screaming at the mic. You cut out for a sec.
I apologize.
Woo, no, keep going. You're on a roll. You're like, raw.
The
Go ahead.
EU is a bunch of mobsters. Okay, that's all they are. They are not elected officials. The EU's is like the union on steroids over here. Okay, and the problem with the EU actually was started under a good foundation because France, England, Italy, Argentina, none of them get along, but they all had to trade resources. The governments would chop each other's hands off. So they said, instead of us negotiating, let's form the EU. Well, the EU came around. The EU gradually gained power they shouldn't have been given. They basically started blackmailing, of course, government officials, just like our government officials. Okay, to the point where they started making the rules. That's why we had everybody was applauding Brexit. England pulled out. England's having a bitch of a time pulling out because you still got people who are part of the globalist movement. Well, Hillary, or Smellery as I love to call her, she is a part of this. She was going to hand us over. Obama was getting ready to hand us over. He was paving the way. He lowered our standards. He started making apathy the new norm. Okay? Give in. Be complacent. Everybody gets a trophy. No such thing as competition. No such thing as pride in country. It's okay to stomp on the flag. All this crap builds up. And here comes good old Smellery. She's going to take us to the next level. And she was going to. And then came Trump. Everybody's thorn. Nobody saw it coming. And Trump read us just like he knew how to. I'm not calling him a genius. I'm calling him he knows his audience. He's smart. And he went out there, and what he did is he went to everybody and said, don't you want your country back? Don't you want you back? Because mind you, he could easily have been part of the elite that would never have to worry about this crap of globalism. He would have been part of the top, but he believes in you and me. And that's the reason he's doing what he's doing. And that's the reason he's getting fought at every single step. Every single step. And that's the reason even the Republicans are against him. That's the reason I say, hey, Secret Service, if you got our guys back, watch out, because if those names come, if they keep threatening to put those names out, there's going to be a shit list.
I'm glad you brought that up because we were talking about that. There was even people saying when those two FBI agents, Page and Struck or whatever the names were involved in all this fucking shit. They were saying that we needed to cash in on. We got to make sure that there's an insurance policy, and nobody could still explain what that insurance policy was. I think they were going to actually. I think that this is just me speaking. That they were plotting something against either the president on that level. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because they really hate that he fucking won, and I really think they want to do harm to him. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? That literally cannot look. You lick your fucking wounds and go back and rethink your game, and then have the next election. But they can't. Exactly that. God damn, you were like so freaking pumped on this Smellery shit. I fucking love it.
You have to understand. Nobody sees it. Okay, nobody caught this, and a lot of people play it off as, haha, no, it wouldn't happen. Nobody gets. Okay, you have to get people to submit. You have to get people to give in. You have to get people to not care. And what has been happening during the Obama years? I watched people give up. I watched people just become apathetic. In school, same thing, apathy. It's no longer you compete to win. You compete so everybody gets a trophy. That whole cheerleader crap that happened in New Jersey where fucking one mother complained and they're holding the whole goddamn cheerleading squad hostage. That's bullshit.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's like the whole cheerleading stuff, because I had the little one cheerleading too. Damn. It is heavy fucking competition. And these moms and these fucking moms do not play, and they literally will go after these fucking judges during these cheer competitions and go off more than I had never seen, Single Dad Life, so you kind of see that shit. You see that fucking shit happening when you take your daughter to a she just wants to compete. She doesn't care. She just wants to go compete, and if she's good to go, she wins. But there are parents that are on her squad that literally fucking go nuts and ruin the whole experience for the kids.
Oh yeah, but you want the best in the squad, right? You don't want to sit there and be told, well, this person, she can't do anything, but because we now have to accept anybody who wants to go out, we can't have the squad that would win any awards. Would you want to really tell your kid that? But that was what the whole Obama administration was about, is lowering our standards so that Hillary or Smellery could come in and she could stink the place up and basically say, here, EU, I'm going to give you this. You tell me what to do. I'll tell everybody else what to do, and they're going to do it because they all want to get paid off just like everybody else. And we'll accept as many refugees as you want. Who cares if they're going to blow us up, because we're going to be like everybody else, a third world country. From here on out, we don't care because we don't have to deal with it. And that's the shitty part about the globalist movement, is nobody has to deal with it except for us. Because we're the ones that get blown up, not them. They are the ones who are going to they would have taken our guns away in a heartbeat. They would have had the UN come in. And you can't tell me you don't think this would happen.
Oh, I'm not, dude, relax. I'm on your side, bro. I'm right there in the turret with you, bro. I totally agree. They were about ready to do. I think, honestly, because think about how many mass shootings that we've had already. Australia was the last one we had. Karma.
Can't tell me they would not have at that point had the UN stacked with a bunch of people who hate us come in and take our guns away from us. And the minute that would have happened, we would have either submitted or we would have had a civil war, and then the UN would come in.
Yeah, you honestly think that it would have gotten that bad? I mean, to the point where, because the way it's looking now, people are now starting to come out of their homes to finally be able to say that they're proud to be an American without people getting the ass.
But that's now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But before, it was getting pretty bleak. You didn't want to, and you didn't want to announce how many weapons that you had or not have in your house. You didn't want to say, you know what I mean?
Well, I was one of those people, and I was actually part of
you're part of a group of
here we go.
Yeah, Carver of firearm aficionados and enthusiasts
that actually had some vehicles and RVs ready that had Smellery 1. We were to that point where there was an actual network on the internet that I'm not going to give away numbers, that was actually talking about, I don't think any police officer would really get in our way. And, I'm a disabled veteran, so I really don't have anything to do. Who's stopping me from going to Washington, D.C. and basically closing down DC.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's your right to protest. Did you know that the NRA had their fucking convention just last weekend, and you know how many people got shot in Dallas? Nobody.
Exactly. Well, here's the deal. It wasn't going to be just a protest.
Well, look,
I'm being honest.
No. I mean, you guys were gonna go up and fucking. I know you ain't gotta fucking say that shit on fucking air, man. Come on, bro. But you were in part and parcel of people talking about, prepping, survivalism shit. That right there back in the day, that type of talk nowadays, saying preppers or survivalists or something like that. It's fucking. People are not realizing that there are more of those within the population than there is. You know what I mean? Than the others. When you're classifying people, you're telling people that you owning a weapon is a mental condition already. And then you have people in Congress like Dianne Feinstein saying that people who are veterans may hold a larger risk of holding mental issues or whatever words she wanted to use, but basically said the same fucking thing. It's an issue. Yeah. Americans could not say what they because I came out on air as being on ardent and for furious freaking Second Amendment supporter because shall not be infringed. That's exactly. It. Shall not be infringed. There is no may, there is not might, maybe, there is no might. Shall not be infringed for a fucking reason. Exactly. Because if you want to throw up the Second Amendment and say that this doesn't apply to these days, then turn off your fucking internets, shut down your fucking Twitter, shut off your fucking Facebook because the First Amendment didn't apply for that either. You know what I mean? Right. We could play it all we want. It's just the advancements of a technology you can't fucking. It's like eminent domain. Like those little old ladies that live in those fucking in their little fucking 2-bedroom fucking homes since the 1930s, and a city's growing around them. Eminent domain what means they're gonna raise that fucking little house and turn it into a parking lot. The same thing with your technology. So you going to the Capitol or rallying up a bunch of vets. I'm not surprised that was not in the minds of a lot of individuals, not just veterans, of saying, "Holy fuck, man! This is moving into a." And what was scary, and this is what scared me, bro. What was scary is that there were people actually telling there were people in government telling the American people that you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't. Oh my God, dude! It was like, I mean, I don't want to be all gloom and doom, but it was kind of like it was looking pretty bad. It was really,
But that's the reason when Trump won. Okay, there was only a couple people that I thought could do what Trump is doing, and when I saw him doing the whole tweeting thing, that's when I just started laughing my little maniacal laugh, like
exactly. I mean, now again, I'm not painting every American also that was a Trump supporter to be out like that as well. I'm just saying that is that there was genuine concern, and it was going to happen because the tree of liberty is usually watered with the blood of patriots and tyrants. So,
the biggest problem right now is we're not out of the woods.
Oh no, dude. That's why I think he's doing all this shit. I think he's doing all this shit because he's hurrying up, because what he's gonna do is he's gonna set things in place that somebody comes in and tries to change it. Then there's gonna be an issue with that. There's gonna be you won't be able to change it. You won't be able to move the embassy from Jerusalem back to Tel Aviv without causing more drama, because then the Palestinians are going to complain that it moved from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv. You know what I mean? You're not gonna fucking please anybody.
No.
This Iranian deal, I guarantee it, before his tour is up, North and South Korea, the war would have ended, or we go back. The embassy in Jerusalem will have a new building. It'll be bringing that to the to the table for further negotiations. The Iran deal will get changed. People will be exposed for who's been involved in all this. Knowing the way the FBI is right now, because I don't fucking trust them now even more than ever.
Yeah.
With the way they're just going at this upper level bullshit. But I have a fucking feeling that I don't think that they're not going to stop. In other words, this investigation is going to happen until the election.
I agree with you. That's the whole thing is right now they have nothing. They are throwing shit and shinola at Trump left and right, and nothing is sticking. Not a damn thing. And it's scaring them so bad that okay, if you haven't been listening, sometimes I listen to the news, certain news, and they're saying right now that more and more the midterms aren't looking like what they thought they were going to be for the liberals. The liberals thought that they were going to have a
yeah. They were talking about all this blue wave and
the thing is, if that blue wave does not happen, which normally, if you look at history, it should, because normally a president normally doesn't get 2 years of having the House and the Senate. After that 2 years, normally it balances itself out, because they say, oh, it has to balance. But they're saying that this may not happen. And if it doesn't happen, think about how the next election, 2020, is going to look for the liberals and for the globalists, for the communists, and for the socialists. This right now is their only chance to stop the ball. Because if Trump can get through the midterms and they can keep the House and the Senate, at that point, even the swamp is going to have to acknowledge there's a change.
Oh, no. And I'll be honest with you, watching all this anti-Trump shit, and Trump is doing all this stuff that is happening right now, even if I was a Democrat, I would say, shut the fuck up with your anti-Trump comments and start showing the American people why you need to be elected in Congress. Because right now, the Republicans have failed, and right now, the Democrats have failed. Right now, I'm not talking about the parties have different interests and all that, obviously, but right now, the representative of the Republican Party is Donald Trump, and Donald Trump, the president. The president. Let me say that again. Hang on. Let me tap the mic again. Yeah, for those of you who don't realize, he's the president. That they're not seeing anything but whining.
Yes, because they can't do anything other than whine, because
exactly.
What?
He has not. All he's been doing is keeping up with his exactly that veterans report. The Dems had a 16-point lead 2 months ago, and now it's down to 1.
Thank you, Veterans Report.
Yeah.
We love.
No, man, Veterans Report, man. He must be. I mean, he's on fire. But that's the point. It's that the point that the president is showing results. Because the thing is that a lot of the politicians that have been going up to that we've been voting to be our representatives have nothing but say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. 4 years later, see, we're still working on this. See, we're still working on that. Treasy has gone up there and done it in less than 24 months. In less than 24 months, he has done more than the Republican Party has done before Obama, during Obama, and now. And it's funny is that exactly. It's funny that all the shit they're accusing Trump of doing is actually indicting Democrats. Exactly.
Yeah, you're looking at right now. If that list comes out, and that's what we were on, was the list, okay? And the reason everybody's so scared of it is because it's not going to be just Democrats.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I want it. Everyone's like, "Oh, you should," no, fuck yeah, let's bring it out.
I want to see who's really part of the swamp. Simple as that. I want to see who thinks they have the right.
Let's put it this way. If they are so quick to believe a fake dossier and information that is provided by John McCain to the FBI that's fake, that is totally 100% fake, then you better fucking believe the Iranian prime minister when he reveals who these people are.
Exactly. Because at this point, we need that list.
Yeah, right, exactly that. No one's going to fucking admit to it. It was going to be like, you know.
We need that list. We need whistleblowers at this point. We need the truth, because at this point, as they say, the Constitution was actually put together to have mini revolutions every 20 years.
Dude, it's going to be easy. Sorry. These kids are going to be they've been raised by parents that were pissed off at their parents that did. Look, the generation are being raised right now by parents who are pissed off that their parents made them go do yard work, or their parents made them go do this, and their parents didn't give them that. So they're, by God, going to treat their kids better by giving them anything they want and be their friend. Let's be their friend. And you know what? These same kids, it's okay if you don't win a cheer competition because everybody wins now. That's what they're raising. So you're calling that, it's not going to be a revolution. It's going to be shut the fuck. You're just going to be walking into a place and you shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut up. And it's when you and what's going to be the catalyst is when it becomes hands-on, because they like to fucking smack and touch and get in your face and all this other stuff. And I guarantee it. Exactly that, Joe. Release the list because it's time for a little purge on the leadership. Hey, we got to take a break. I got everybody fucking blowing up on me and shit, telling it, it's break time. Leadership. It's leadership. I made it 8 years. It's time for W to sign out. Anyways, so shots, Metamucil shots, and let's take a break. We'll be back.
Shots.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We'll be sexist. We'll offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Tell me what it is you see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy. Just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got? And is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? Will I make it home alive? Should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier. Green Beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see today. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media betrayed me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
love visuals.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Shots. Woo! So, fellow old man, are you? Have you calmed down a little bit? Woo, man!
The thing, and I'll say this: I have my opinions, and everybody knows me as the shaman in the room, and everybody thinks, well, that's supposed to be a very peaceful person. I am actually a very peaceful person, but I also believe in reality. And most shamans that I have known are very good with conspiracy theory, because one thing they realize is people lie. People don't tell the truth. And you have to go into situations with your eyes open. When I go into healing with someone, I go in knowing that this person is going to try to not tell me the truth, even though they're trying to get me to help them. So I always know that people lie, and therefore, yes, I am very, very high up in there with conspiracy theories and deep state and everything else. So if I went off a little bit, well, that you're hearing what true shamans think. They just don't tell you.
No, that's fine, dude. I honestly think it's awesome. Due to the fact that, oh yeah, shit, totally forgot about that, guys. You know, everyone's asking what other platforms we can listen to. We are playing on. If you follow us on Twitter, you'll get notified that we are on Twitter. We are on Periscope, which is the Twitter Live, or what do you want to call it? That's what Twitter uses. So if you follow us on Twitter, you'll see a pop up, and it'll be WTF Nation. It'll be what we're broadcasting right now. If you have an Xbox, and you jump on to Mixer, just look for WTF Nation Radio on Mixer, and we're streaming there too, so you can have the sound of our old man voices in your living rooms right now, rocking and rolling. If you are in an area where you can't get very good connection to listen to any of the web stuff, then just go into the TuneIn app and look for WTF Nation Radio as well, and we'll be able to rock that. You'll be able to hear us there. Let's put it this way: if all of our comms are going to shit and everything's going to bad, believe it or not, the TuneIn app is like the last line of broadcasting defense that we have, because in case the interwebs decides to say you're fucked up. Because we do have connection issues sometimes, and sometimes it happens where we'll have some traffic issues or something like that. It's just the way it is, because a lot of us stuff is internet based, and if you have bad weather, then that can happen. So what we end up doing is that is get on the TuneIn app, go to WTF Nation Radio, and you'll be able to hear us there. If you're again, so that's already like 3 platforms already straight off the bat, mobile and static. And if you have a laptop or PC, you can go to WTFNationRadio.com and go into the Mixer chat and hang out with everybody and see what's on the vids. Now, if you are an absolute 100% can't just use it all, just have to use fucking Facebook, then yes, there's Facebook, obviously Facebook Live. Depending on what we're not playing. Every time I play the Darth Treasy video here, Facebook immediately goes apeshit and tries to turn my shit off and says that that this is not news, blah 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 blah. They really try to get in the weeds of what we fucking are broadcasting, because they're actually scared. They're scared of WTF Nation Radio. They just don't want to admit it.
The black helicopters have been looking for us for quite a while.
Yes, exactly that. Definitely been looking for us for a while. There are prices on our heads, from what I hear, from Big Sarge land, trying to find out who are the admins. They've been trying to find Jose for years, and he has he just can't be found. It's just, come on, it's Jose. So yeah, it's just one of those things to where if you can't have the devices to listen to, don't worry, we can provide you guys the means to listen to anything you want. I'm getting like some crazy ass traffic. Okay, I guess there's this woman. Real quick, I gotta say this. There's this woman that called the cops on these people barbecuing in a park, and started crying because they didn't arrest the people who are barbecuing in a park. And so now everyone's dropping these memes and stuff like that, and everyone's laughing and giggling, and all that. So going back to what I was saying about the platforms, multi-platforms that we have. So when we have that, and we're always interested in seeing what other delivery methods we have. Now, if you type in WTF Nation Radio on Google, blam, you're able to get, and you'll be able to see all the links up and everything on the Googleized machines. So you'll be good on that. After the show, you will be able to go to iTunes, and you'll be able to go to Google Play, and yes, iTunes, and download a show of what we've been playing, what we've been broadcasting. So every podcast we have up, every show that we try to get into, we try to get it at least within 72 to 48, 72 hours of our show, because we know we have guests, we have people that want to listen to some of these shows or take it. You can listen to us on iTunes as well. So that really, you have no freaking excuse not to catch a show. Believe it or not, when I do long distance driving is when I listen to some of the other shows that we have, because you're going through the day and you're busy and all that. Or when I'm studying, doing schoolwork or something like that, then I will listen in on to somebody else's show, or like last night or Saturday night I was out and about, and that's when I heard the Savage Gang talking and going. I was getting all riled. I was cutting off traffic. I was waving. I was brandishing weapons to get the fuck out of my way, because people, for some reason, they think that the left lane is perfectly fine for you to drive 55 miles an hour in a fucking highway, when the highway definitely is 70. And it drives me up the fucking wall, dude.
That's what my wife says. She'll say she has to go on the interstate every day, and she'll say people use that lane now as their caution lane so that they can be on their phones and not have to worry about traffic, because the middle lane is a dangerous lane if you're trying to pay attention to your phone. So they go all the way over to the left.
I don't get it.
But the thing is, I've actually watched it, and I just sit there going, these people are idiots. But what do I know?
Yeah, you're Al. What do you know?
Exactly.
You're some old cranky dude. You know what I mean? Who cares?
I am, and I earned it.
Yeah. So the point being is that there's really no excuse. You cannot catch us on the air or off the air. So when everyone's like, "Oh, I didn't hear that show," or whatever, "I didn't hear this, or I didn't catch it," or "It's too late," whatever, don't worry, you'll be able to catch us on it. Now we have a show. I know I'm doing house cleaning, kind of weird, because somebody asked a question, and I want to ask the questions. I want to answer the questions that anybody asked in the Facebook live chat or Mixer chat. That's what it's all about. I want to interact with you, the WTF Nation. We have a show every night. Every night we have a show except for Wednesday.
Even Wednesday you can watch gaming.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There are three WTFs in the WTF enterprise. There is U.S. Army WTF Moments, there is WTF Nation Radio, and then there is WTF Nation Gaming. So every night, the gaming gang will go ahead and throw some shit and freaking throw out whatever games you usually have. They'll get on there, and those guys are rocking it. They get great views, they get great exposure, and then but wait, there's more. So we have every night is something being broadcasted on WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments. But then Jose's taco truck is in the shops. Don't worry about that. Liquid Lunch is on pause right now, so don't worry about that. That'll come soon. But Saturdays at 5 o'clock, we have the Veterans Report with Jim Cannon. He's beast mode on that. He was beasting inside the Facebook live chat earlier, And he's the one that is talking to high-level political officials at the VA, at the VFW, at the American Legion. He's talking to personalities on Fox News. So he's not really. I guess you would say we were more. I don't know. Jim Cannon's got like that gravitas of swagger. You know what I mean? He's talking to like big level people.
We're raw. We're raw. He's refined.
Oh, yeah. He's like that. Yes, indeed, with a cigar and fine brandy. Yes, welcome to the Veterans Report. I'm Jim Cannon. Today we're going to be talking to the president of the American Legion. And like that. It's like we're fine. He's not. Well, obviously because he's terrestrial radio. $25,000 a foul mouth will get you busted. If you go on to his show and you can't say, shit, dick, ass, pussy, motherfucker on there. So
are you doing your best George Carlin invitation?
Oh no, that's just one of those 7 words you couldn't say on TV. Remember? Yeah. So it's funny that we have the refined, Jim Cannon who likes to discuss, top level veteran. I mean, I wouldn't be able to talk like today. You're talking to the president of the American Legion, or the national commander of the American. I would be like, I wouldn't feel like I was fucking right to talk to somebody like that. Like I'm not at that level of speaking with. Secretary of State Pompeo would come on. Hell yeah, I'd talk to him. He's a soldier. And he was a member of the military. You know what I mean? So I would talk to him. He'd be a great dude to talk to. Secretary of State, West Point graduate, be able to rock and roll. We'd have fun. Because I'm not fanboying over him, but it was like, he's just, I think would be a fun guest to have on because A, he's the Secretary of State, B, he's a troop, he knows the deal, and so I think he'd be able to, personally, I think he'd be able to have a good, have a good appearance on WTF Nation. So hey, Secretary of State, come on WTF Nation Radio, please. We get you. I tell you what, you come on first before the Iranians, and
please.
Then we'll more happen. So his show is Saturday at 5 p.m. 1700 Eastern Standard Time. He broadcasts live out of Philadelphia. And so when he broadcasts, though, he is broadcasting from terrestrial radio on AM and 94.1 FM, 920 AM, KHB out of Pittsburgh. So it's one of those things to where you really are getting the full service of veteran upper levels, raw. I mean, think about it. So you have, like today's the Monday edition. We have news, commentary, and discussion. We're just pretty much going back and forth, not really taking a side, arguing all the points, getting down to the nitty gritty of what's going on in the news that affects veterans today. Because believe it or not, a lot of it does affect you, the WTF Nation, as well. And then we have tied up. Then we have Tied Up Tuesday, where we have the pistol packing, freaking feisty minks and Gray Cloud on there discussing their hot button. I mean, they got some hot button topics going on in the news, discussing some of the things that's going on in the world, and some of the crazy ass shit that's happening in the news, or just straight people who do stupid shit. The minks and Gray Cloud will dime them out. I mean, bad. I mean, it's funny, savagely.
Call them out big time.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, like I said, Wednesday would be gaming, or it could be a Donza. You never know. And then in the future, don't worry. Like I said, that Wednesday is going to be the Wednesday webisodes coming up, and I'm pumped because once we get those things going and rolling, it's going to be awesome. And it's just a matter of getting everything put together and getting them out there. Then Thursday, of course, Sergeant's Time. Sergeant's Times deals specifically. Why am I doing this right now? Because somebody asked. That's why I'm doing it. And I want to ask, and there's no such thing as a dumb question. So if there's a new person here we want to have come on and they're getting a tour. So
we want you to know.
Exactly. So then there's Sergeant's Time. Sergeant's Time is active duty based. No DD 214. Anything that has to do with the Army in itself and its inner workings, being the fact that I'm still in. So I'm able to get the inside scoops on everything and able to discuss with my Army brothers and sisters who are in as senior NCOs. Having experience with Sergeant's Time, Platoon Sergeant Time, First Sergeant Time, Sergeant Major Time, we'll be able to get in there and get knee deep into some of the big active duty issues that are going on, some of the policies that are coming out. Usually ends up, like I said, it's not for some of the guys that are out that are not caught up to some of what the new, because the policies and everything's changed so fucking much, you won't even recognize the Army anymore if you've just been out 10 years. It'll change quick. And then Friday is Friday Night Freedom, which is freedom. It's all about America. Remember, everybody deployed. Red Friday, everybody knows about that. We always support our brothers and sisters downrange.
Amen.
And so that is Friday Night Freedom, where that's what that show is all about, is to provide good entertainment for our deployed personnel, and they know that during certain times, and they're already deployed, and they get that one day off, or they get whatever. It's usually a Friday, and they can hang out and listen to great guests by Feisty Minx and the Pookie. With like last time we had Eric Stolhansky from Super Troopers 2. A lot of great notable guests that come on. All the guests that we've had have been great guests.
Yes.
And then Saturday Night Savagery, the ultimate in not politically correct, tinfoil, name dropping, dime calling, tag chasing, identifying, drama inducing frag fest that Jay Reddy and Pookie like to bring somebody on board sometimes to call on the show and shoot the shit. Great guests he has on there as well. They just came back from a ghost hunt, and some of the webisodes we're putting together, they're going to come back where you're going to see a little webisode on the ghost hunt. Can't wait for that. Jay Radio already posted one of them already on the beginning of the show, real quick, down and dirty. It was funny as shit. And then, of course, Sunday, we have Kicking It with Kaz. That's where you're at Kaz on Sundays.
Yep.
This is where you guys just sit down and talk and discuss and low key and
we try to keep it mellow. We try to review things, anything that's worthy of review. We try to bring up things that'll make you smile, and try to put a positive light out there, because Kaz and I have both agreed, and I think you can agree on this. Sometimes just listening to news, you want to turn it off because all you hear is crap. Well, the idea is let's try to make it so you can go away with a smile. If I can put a smile on your face, or if Kaz can put a smile on your face, we've done what we wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly. Shooting the shit. Like I said, calm, and then that's pretty much the lineup. And I'm sorry, I forgot Instagram too. There's so many freaking platforms that we're coming out with. I can't even keep up with it. Are we broadcasting on MySpace? Can we still got MySpace? I deleted my shit.
You still have your MySpace account, right?
No, I deleted my shit. I deleted it. There was some drama going on with some drama, and then to show loyalty, I was like, oh yeah, watch this, and I deleted my MySpace right in front of said individual, and then I said, let's see you delete yours.
Ooh.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was that number 4 or 5?
I can't. I don't know. I might have to. I think yeah. I can't remember which one that was. Well, it had been further. It had been back because.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, hello from the 101st quote airborne unquote. Oh yes. Hi, 101st. How are you doing today, 101st airborne? You doing okay, 101st airborne?
No implications in there.
Yeah, Jacob, welcome, airborne. I'm just fucking with you, man. Yes. He's like, yeah, strike, airborne. Welcome. Anybody who comes on, we break balls just like anybody else breaks balls about their freaking straight up. We love everybody. We break balls just like family, you know what I mean? But when somebody in the event an outsider comes in and starts talking shit, then that's when we jump on their stuff.
That's right.
So that's the way it works. What was I gonna fucking do? Oh, well, shit. Since we're talking about what we're gonna do, what happened?
You want the house cleaning for the dates?
Yeah, you got some house cleaning? Go for it.
Sure. Okay, on the 17th of May, Lieutenant Colonel Joe Buccino.
Buccino.
Patino,
Yep.
spokesman for the 82nd Airborne Division.
Hey, what was that? Did you say it sounded like you almost said like 82nd Airborne Division?
On Division will be on to tell us all about All American Week, an annual event that celebrates the legacy and achievements of the famous division.
What the fuck, dude? What is that? This is something like a Southern Civil War narrator French accent.
Hurrah! And then comes on the 1st of June, OBSEC Monkey. OBSEC Monkey is swinging through on a cable to give the nation's updates on all the latest in technology, security, some OBSEC tips, and maybe some crypto news.
You know what? OPSEC Monkey hasn't been on for a while. The last time he was on, that one time we were trashing Dan Bilzerian.
Mm-hmm.
and he was hiding out from fucking Dakota Meyer. That was an awesome show. So we decided to fucking blast Dan Bilzerian shit all over the webs. And with the help of OPSEC Monkey, he was able to give us the deets on that. So it's awesome. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Oh, that was it?
Oh, that was it. Oh, okay. So All American Week, yeah, is usually the week right before Memorial Day. And like I said, this is the first time any unit has been on WTF Nation Radio that is in the official capacity to speak in the official capacity of his unit. So it's not like somebody, like, we had Crispin Burke. When Crispy came on here, Crispy was just talking about his life, doing stuff, and all this other shit. And he was kind of cool to hang out with. Not kind of, he is cool. So when he came on, shooting the shit with us, he was talking about his life in the 82nd doing aviation stuff, right? Well, this is a public affairs officer in an organization is a big deal because he is the representative of the command. So his message that he puts out comes from the commander. So he is there to ensure that those talking points are published from the battalion, from the division commander, not battalion. Shit, sorry, I was thinking so. But it's a lieutenant colonel. And so he is there to put the message. So for us, WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF was to have a unit officially come on to shoot the shit with us on Thursday is historic.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. Well, not like fucking U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem historic, but it's pretty historic for us, at least, due to the fact that we've never had a unit come on. Ever.
And you know what? It's gonna be fun.
We've never had any organization come on here from the U.S. Army to discuss. Now we had insiders. I can't remember who we had last. I can't remember the guy's name. I think it was Joe or something like that. At least that was the name he went by.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the TRADOC NCO roundtable, but this was a long time ago. And he was just giving us some inside perspective when the TRADOC Sergeant Major had his NCO roundtable, but he was not able to say that he was part of the NCO roundtable, if that makes any sense. Totally understandable.
Oh yeah, you don't want to give. The last thing you want to do is go to work the next day and everybody is just smiling, saying, "Yeah, Top wants to see you."
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like. Yeah, it's not like he was doing it, but this is official freaking capacity. This is a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army still in, and he is going to come on representing the 82nd Airborne Division. Hey, units, Army, if you want to come on and shoot the shit about your unit and brag about your unit, come on board. We don't mind talking. We won't trash you. We won't talk shit. You want to come out and talk about an event that's happening? Does the 101st even have like an All-American? Do they have Eagle Week or some shit? Is that what they call it? Or I'm not a 101st alum at all. So I mean, I wouldn't know what do they do when they.
I'm not 101st either, but you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe nice.
Yeah. So 101st, come on board.
Hey, here's the dare. We got 82nd.
Yeah. Oh my God. Out. Exactly.
Who's next?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
And look at it this way, guys. If you do, you will actually get the word out there. You'll bring some respect to the division, And hey, it can't hurt recruitment now, can it?
Well, I mean, you can't be recruited into the 82nd. You just have to be already in the Army and be lucky enough to be assigned to such glory, a glorious unit with a long history of airborning, doing airborne shit. So
I'm talking about military recruitment in general.
Oh yeah, well yeah, because he's the public face of the 82nd.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, come on. Again, you're not no Iranian spilling the beans.
Exactly. Exactly.
But-
Well, we're looking forward to it. I mean, you never know what the interview could happen. You never know. He's coming on and talking about All American Week. Being of Bragg alum, I know All American Week.
Ooh.
All American Week is a blast. Now, back in the day when All American Week, when I was participating in such like events, it is an awesome event. So I'm going to ask him some questions that are All American Week related, because there were some from what I'm hearing, there were some events at All American Week they're not doing anymore. Everybody focused on of course there was the division run, and then there was the Jertex. The joint. It was basically an event where, well, I'll let him say it. I'll let him explain. It's badass.
Back in your day when Jeeps were still the mode of transportation.
Yeah. When it became a Gamma Goat, and something like me and Jose were rocking that shit. But the thing is that it is an awesome event. I mean, I think that there needs to be more units that do that. It's like, imagine a organization week, not an organization day. So imagine an organization week where you did competitions between other units.
Oh yeah.
Within your yeah, exactly. It would be badass, man. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
I think it's healthy. I think it helps produce more of a camaraderie amongst units, and it helps open you up to the fact that there's more out there than just you.
Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, you really want to have that, because I'm telling you what's sucking in the Army right now, and me being a senior leader in it, is the morale. There's so much that I can and cannot do to keep a soldier from not sucking when he sees how senior leaders are being treated by other senior leaders, and I, as a senior NCO, can't do nothing but watch and just move my Joes away. You know?
Yeah.
It's like the dude is like freaking the dude will be getting berated and destroyed by somebody over nothing, and then the next thing you know, I'm supposed to maintain morale and supposed to keep this guy from fucking not wanting to fucking go to drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it, right? I mean, that's one thing that I have to say it was nice when I was in is, yeah, you had your little suckiness here and there, but at the same time, NCOs maintained.
Well, memories are made in the suck, bro, not in the office.
Yeah.
And you post them on Facebook.
Yeah, that's the fun part is you didn't have Facebook back then. You actually had to talk.
Dude. I know, exactly. You actually had to talk. You actually do whatever. So, anyways, I'm not going to reminisce about the good old days about that. But yeah, I'm excited about having and then OPSEC Monkey, of course, giving you all your needs of what I'm telling you. OPSEC Monkey will come on and tell us in the office and say, hey, y'all need to change your passwords if you have Twitter. And then we're like, why? And then the next thing you know, just like us, he'll say the same thing. It's almost like how our news is being delivered. All of a sudden, 24 to 48 hours, what OPSEC Monkey is telling us to do, the world is telling us to do. Like when Twitter made everybody freaking change their freaking passwords because of some techno geek whatever, OPSEC Monkey dropped that to everybody.
Yep.
Before the news did. And then, of course, once it happened, OPSEC Monkey, like, see, told you. So, yeah. See, so is it called Week of the Eagles? I don't fucking know. Jacob, tell me, man. I am not of a chair assaulting like individual. I don't know what that means. What do they have? Is it called Eagle Week or something like that?
Or is it Screaming Week?
Yeah, exactly.
Wonder if he's going to get provoked with that one.
Yeah, exactly. What's it called, Jacob? Come on, help us out. Help the old guys out. Listening from Riverbank. Oh, nice.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, so check this out. What you been up to, man? Narcissistic. So the thing is that okay, we totally skipped on fucking North Korea, but everyone is asking. We had some new people coming in, so they asked a question. I was going to answer it and give you the tour. North Korea. What do you think is going to happen with this meeting? With the meeting that's happening on the 12th of June.
You know, there's so much going on, and because Trump pulled something, did you catch this? Okay, again, hair on fire. Schumer. The whole thing with Trump now is making China great again. Did you catch that?
You're talking about how he is going to help China with some of their stuff and all that stuff, or something like that.
Related with ZTE phone company.
Isn't that the same phone company that prevented all of us from buying? You can't buy phones in the PXs now from ZTE because they have some like qualities of not
qualities that could possibly mean they could listen to and locate you when you're having a conversation.
Oh, it really is called Week of Eagles? Wow.
Nice.
One unit. Go, okay. Balls of the Eagle. Sigh, all people have finished. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know, man. Shit.
We were not. I was not a screaming eagle, nor was ICE.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Maybe WTF Nation Radio will do a broadcast from said units. Take a trip to Bragg, take a trip to Fort Campbell, take a trip to Hood, take a trip. You know what I mean? And it's just like broadcast around military installations. So that way you guys can get to hang out with us and shit like that. Maybe come on. Who's around the area or something? Maybe we should do something like that. Maybe do some like traveling WTF Nation shit. And then hang out with the fans and stuff. I'm just saying, you never know.
That would be fun. That would be good. But no, the reason I brought up that whole situation with China is okay. China, of course, is big brother to North Korea, and this telephone company all of a sudden got caught going against the sanctions against North Korea. Well, all of a sudden they're losing jobs. Now we're having this whole we had this whole little tariff thing going on with China. Then North Korea, now all of a sudden they say they're going to come out of the woods and they're going to start playing nice. And now all of a sudden we're starting to talk to them nicely about what happened with the sanctions against this telephone company. Now this is all part of getting things to calm down. This is all part of trying to get negotiations and keep them to where nobody can pull something out of their back pocket. So what do I think is going to happen? I don't really think at this point North Korea is planning on pulling the whole I'll get what I want and then go back down my rabbit hole. I actually think they actually are coming to the table solid. Because China is actually showing themselves too. It's not like China's sitting in the background pulling puppet strings and going, no, we need sanctions removed. They're actually coming out and talking to us like we're part of the platform. So the more and more you listen to it, the more and more you sit there going, this may be on the up and up. There may be an actual final treaty for North Korea, South Korea. And it might actually be an end of the war finally.
Okay.
I know. I have a hard time saying that. Don't get me wrong, because I'm all about the conspiracy. I know their past. I know you could sit there and I'll agree with you on everything. Come on. Hey, we both know they've done this crap how many times to how many presidents. Come on. We know that they're what they're capable of because of what Kim Jong-un's father was capable of.
Yeah, but think about this, man. Is everyone hating on him and all that stuff because they don't understand? Maybe it's because I don't understand the Asian markets more than I do the European and American markets. I don't understand it. So when he's talking about making plans to assist China with their stuff, and then Secretary of State Pompeo was on Fox News or is it CNN? I can't remember which one was on, talking about leaving the whatever or ensuring that the state of security for little Kim is going to be that he remains in power. And everyone's now saying that we're kowtowing to a fucking a dictator. Hey, the last time, hang on, let's go over Iraq and let's go over Afghanistan. Last time we overthrew a dictator, we're still in their countries. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, last time we ended up with a vacuum.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we even said the big mistake was that we should not have removed. I mean, because we don't know, we only hear stories of what's happening and all that. I'll be honest with you, from a great dear leader point of view, the North Koreans are probably going to make it look like it's going to be one of those, how do I say, like he did it.
Yeah.
Like he was the one that did it. He was the one that created the great leader was the one that made the Americans capitulate and made them come to this nation. And that's why now we have McDonald's. And that's why, now we are going to now all of a sudden North Korea is going to be the bastion of because they're going to be believed. Those people are going to believe that little Kim was the one that did all this.
Well, but if you think about this, and this is one thing that I've always kind of laughed about when we take over, when we get into countries, there's the smart way and there's the I'm not going to go naming names. There's a smart way where you go in and you don't destroy their leadership, you don't destroy their government, you just go in and you slowly allow them to assimilate. Let them make their decisions. Let them go through what they have to go through to evolve as a state. Or you go in and you take over, you overthrow, and what happens? You end up with a vacuum. Trump, if you think about it, one, he's got to appease China because China they have money in this, they have people in this. But at the same time, you have to kowtow a little bit if you want to get in the door.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not a great situation.
Well, I think he was probably told, we're gonna fuck you up. We probably had the Mattis approach.
Yes.
I'm looking at you with tears in my eyes. If you do not release these Americans, we're going to fuck you up. Now, I don't know. Maybe that's not what happened or didn't happen. But my point being is that he are we forgetting? I hope we don't forget, or I hope we don't lose sight of the fact that this guy executed people with anti-aircraft cannons.
Oh yeah,
or he poisoned his was it brother or something like that.
Oh yeah. And that's again, I agree with you with this. That's why I say, if it wasn't for the fact that you're seeing the behind the door stuff, the fact that China's getting involved in this. If China was not involved in this, I would say, sure enough, they're going to pull some shit. Simple as that, because they have to answer to China, because China is right there. And anything that's done in North Korea is going to carry over into China. It's simple as that. So that's the only reason I say it's a possible real play. But like I agree with you. I'm that little paranoid voice in the neck is going, no. It's not going to happen. He's going to play his game again.
No, as I'm saying, I don't know. It's hard to say because this whole Korea thing has been unpredictable, and because I've never been to Korea, it's not. it is hard to put my finger on what's going to happen because the other members of the cabinet, Secretary of State, SecDef, have all been public, but not too public about it, if that makes any sense. They've not really been discussing what has been going on behind the scenes, and
I think. Go ahead.
I'm not saying that bothers me, but I'm just saying it just kind of, I don't know. It doesn't feel, I don't know, it just feels a little uneasy. All I know is that 3 Americans have been released. Fucking A, that's awesome. And then, now what? You know what I mean?
Well, okay, think about this as far as people like Pompeo, those guys. Okay, they probably don't even know what's going to happen. I think at this point, the fact that he's actually said, yes, I'm going to show up. Everybody's sitting there going, you kidding me, right?
Dude, like that's an evil ass laugh. What kind of fucking Joker shit is that, bro? Go back to Arkham.
I mean, but think about it. They're just probably sitting there going, fuck, he did it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly that. Maybe we're just gonna have to see. All I know is that I think it's pretty smart that it would. I'm glad that he did it in Asia, in Singapore. Yeah. And not decided to do it here or nothing like that. He did it there. He's doing it in that area where the Asia Pacific area could have their forum for it. Because if you know what I mean, it would be stupid to have it like somewhere else in the West. You'd leave it in that area so that way they can see who their neighbors are. Because it's benefiting. I mean, me personally, I think it's benefiting China. It's benefiting everybody for their own good, to include us, even though we're not really, we're just there to bring everybody to the table and ensure that, you know, this little fucker doesn't. And that's why everyone's like not. You notice all the rhetoric now is kind of like toned down on him. Even even CNN and Fox News stopped calling him dictator, start calling him names.
Well, they got to. At this point, I'm sure they've been lectured. Listen, you can sit there and you can hate Trump all you want, but this is no joke.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point, it is it is a very serious event that has to be taken in and looked at for the true majesty that it is, because the fact that China, like I said, I would have bet dollars to donuts that they were, little Kim was going to do exactly what his father used to do. Had China if China wasn't piping in like they are.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I could see, because China did engage in several key discussions before it was announced that this was happening.
That whole secret train thing.
Yeah, exactly that. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, the secret train, the fact that, China doesn't like the fact that we did the whole phone thing. That was a lot of jobs. The fact that they've kind of been getting hit on with the whole tariff thing, because they can sit there and say, oh, it's hurting our economy. It's not hurting our economy as bad as they wanted it to. So at this point, they either get back in the game with us, or we go down the road and let's see if America ramps up and takes care of itself and comes out of the rabbit hole.
Yeah, we'll see. You never know. Never know. So, hey, with that, we got 4 mics to kill the show, because it is our time to go. We want to thank you for listening to the Monday edition with myself and the Owl. Flash had to do something real quick and could not broadcast tonight, so we had to get the noobs on. Well, the old noobs. Well, the noobs that are old.
Go ahead, keep going. Keep going there.
No. I'm just saying, hey, it's good to have you on, man. I like shooting the shit with you.
I like going on the show with you. And by the way, happy Mother's Day as a father.
Yeah. Are you? There was a question that somebody posed in Facebook in my circle, and asked, do you single dads celebrate Mother's Day and a lot of women responded to my friend's message on Facebook, and I think it was meant for guys to answer the fucking question, not
Exactly.
Not fucking all the single ladies. Yeah, so exactly that. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there that listen to WTF Nation Radio, and follow us on all of our platforms, and also follow U.S. Army WTF Moments as well. Don't forget, if you have any issues going on, if you have somebody you need to talk to, somebody you have some issues that you might be able to need some help with, on that side of the house, just go to U.S. Army WTF Moments, PM the page, and say, hey, I need some help with something. Reach out. Don't quit on us. We want you. We need you. We love you. We want you around.
Don't be a statistic.
Yeah, don't be a statistic for no reason when it's something that could have been fixed, and that's it. If you are a veteran and you're currently undergoing some issues with the VA and you want to know a status and you're just not getting the information, we have a VA rep on staff, and if you just go to go to WTFNationRadio.com, go to contact us, and then you'll just hit that little drop down. You'll see contact VA rep. We don't know who gets on there. We don't know who the message gets. We don't know where that message is going to. We don't know the responses. All that are strictly confidential between you and the individual speaking. So, like Al said, don't be a statistic. Reach out, because we're in this road march of life together, and nobody quits on ICE. Because ICE will be pretty pissed off if you quit on him. And we don't want that to happen. We want you around. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys following and the fandom. It's great seeing you guys. The new faces in the Facebook live chat and the Mixer chat. Hey, thank you for jumping on here. Yeah, it's good seeing that. It's good seeing the new faces again. Like I said before, there's no such thing as a stupid question. I'm more than happy to give you the tour, and I will I'll drop what I'm doing right now, just like I gave you the tour before. And I'm still shocked at the fact they call it Week of the Eagles when you only have one eagle. So that means you have more than one eagle on the 101st. I'm just saying. So with that, thanks for listening, and y'all have a good night. Shots.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Hungry for another taste. You stumble around the time you waste, and your table's overturned. Sooner or later you crash, then you burn. I think I wanna die tomorrow. And are you gonna be with me? I think I wanna die tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. The simple ways come and go. Still I love the way you turn me on, but I just can't find the words, 'cause everything I say sounds so absurd. I think I wanna
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
and echoed in the wells of silence.